Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. Lynette here, and I am getting ready to get this hair into submission. Needs a deep conditioning, so I'm going to do a deep conditioner. I'm going to do a henna treatment. Usually when I put my henna in, I leave it in overnight. But since I have a patient to see in the morning and I don't want to prolong my hair day overnight and then have so much to do in the morning, I'm going to go ahead and put this henna on. I'm going to leave it on for 2 hours. Okay, so this is the henna, and some of the benefits of henna is it stops your hair from breakage and falling out. It retains moisture, it conditions your hair, it strengthens your hair, and it balances your hair's pH levels. Okay, I'm going to let this sit for 4 hours to release not only the dye but the benefits. The part of the dye helps cover any kind of gray hairs that I have. It kind of covers it and gives it more like a copper red tone, so I kind of like that. Right, so this is the henna after I mixed it up and let it sit for 4 hours. So you want to leave it in at least 1 hour, and after 1 hour you know that it's did its job. More than that, you know it's really doing its job. So I think I'm just gonna leave it in 2 hours, and then I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna twist my hair back up, because yes, I'm putting it back under my little wraps, and we're just gonna move on. Okay, so let me start by taking my hair down. Okay, I'm gonna take my hair down. I have my little satin cap under there. I always keep that on. My hair is wrapped up. Always keep a satin cap on if you put cotton on your hair, because it will suck the life out of your pore string. You don't want to damage your hair with drying it out too bad, especially while it's in protective styling. You always want to still try to condition it and moisturize it. Lynette. Acting like this is what I do all the time. You know, I've been lazy. I really have. And so I said I better do a henna treatment and all these strengthening regimens, because it's so easy just to get up with this and then put your little wrap on and leave, take it off, go to bed, without getting under there and actually, moisturizing your hair. But I know no one's like me. Most people are probably, wearing their hair out, moisturizing it every day. And if you're doing wash and goes, you want to spritz it, every night. Well, certain hairs, types like water. Mine's like water. So I spritz it usually in the morning and then again at night. And my hair loves it. So anyway, I feel like I'm missing my separator. I'm going to go get my little hairpin, so I'll be back. All right, let's go. Let's get it. Warning. Oh man, I should be ashamed of myself though. I just throw this stuff up there. I kind of put it in 4 ponytails, and yeah, and then that was it. So we're just gonna take them down and then start. You know what? That's what I forgot. My gloves. Okay, I'll be back. All right, let's get it. Whew. I'm just gonna take, this is how I really do my hair. Like right now, of course, it's not moisturized like I would normally keep it, but at night when I do my wash and goes, usually I do it like this when it's not twisted up. I kind of band it just with putting rubber bands around it. And it kind of elongates it, so and stretches it out. And then normally I just wet it like that. But you know what? I think I'm going to start from the back. That's what I'm going to do. If I can't get my little mirror going on here too. Yeah, but I don't know. I think as I've gotten older, I work with patients. I go to people's homes. And I was just thinking to myself, you know what? I really literally pray to the Lord that as I get older, I'm still able to do, everything that I can do now, especially when it comes to cleaning my house. Now, I can't say all elderly people even. I don't even think it's most of the elderly people that I go to that, some of them can't clean their house. But I go to some people's homes and they have young kids and, just walking in and out. And I in my mind, I'm like, we have to do better. Hate judging. I'm not judging anybody and their conditions, but some of the conditions, I'm like, we need to do better. Okay. I had one lady that was offended, when I came to her house because I put my gloves on. And in my mind, I'm thinking, you know what? I go to people's homes. You don't know where I'm coming from. You should thank me for really putting on my gloves because you don't know who I just left or what kind of conditions not only their house was in, but condition that their health is in. A lot of these people have a lot of communicable, diseases such as TB. They be at home and they don't even know that. I had one man that had TB and he didn't even know it, but I kind of suspected something because every time I went, he's coughing. I can see having a cold. Usually a cold will last 1 to 7 days, but he was just coughing and coughing. And, it was just like a chronic cough. And I said, something's not right about this cough. Sure enough, about 2 weeks later, mind you, 2 weeks after I've already been in close proximity with him, working with him, doing therapy, and they find out he has TB. So yeah, that means when you're around somebody with a disease like that, then you're exposed. Thank the Lord that, I didn't get it. I didn't catch it, And I wasn't even doing my herbs back then. That was just the grace of the Almighty. And so I was very thankful that I didn't pick up anything. But yeah, these are the type of conditions you go in. So I was very shocked, and maybe people just don't think like that. But I had to tell her, she asked me, she was like, she was like, you come in with your gloves on? I said, yeah, I put them on outside the door, I was like, yeah, I make sure, I have gloves on with every home because I don't want to pass any kind of diseases or any kind of infections from one place to the next. So I want to make sure that I'm sanitized and the things that I have are sanitized, because she made a comment about me cleaning my equipment after I was done working with her. And I said, well, ma'am, I don't want to pass on anything from my last patient to you and vice versa. I want to make sure that all my instruments that I use are clean, and she was very offended. She called in on me and, told them that I come in like, she has some kind of disease or something with gloves on, and that if I could come to her that I could not wear my gloves. And you know what I told him? Absolutely not. Because at that particular time, I had another patient. And when I say we have to do better, oh my goodness. And I know that's none of us. Most people are clean for the most part, but, I'm saying some of us as a people, basically. I went in that house, and when I tell you, you cannot tell whether the floor, was dirt. It was just like nobody had ever tried to vacuum ever, and as you walk in, and I usually don't talk about people's homes because, it's their home. Everybody lives a different way. So if they want it a certain way, I don't have to live there, I'm just coming and going. So whatever makes you comfortable. But some of this stuff, I think it's a health hazard. You go in, and I'm telling you, they had a small dog. Matter of fact, they had 3 of them. Let me take that back because 2 of them were outside and they were letting them in and out as they were running in and out. There was a 2-year-old baby in the house, okay? And when I tell you she kicked a piece of dog, it was in the dog poo, looked like it had been there for a while because it was, how when it gets really hard, that means you waited. You let it sit there. and then you allowed it to dry. Okay. I was done. I was too done in. When she ran across the room and she kicked it with her feet, you know, her foot. She wasn't trying to kick it. She was just running through the poop and it kicked up. And, you know, my whole insides just was like, am I the only one seeing this? I mean, you know, I'm sure they saw it. It had to dry. I mean, it wasn't like it was not noticeable that that was dog poo. And I was just like, oh my goodness, you know. And this is the stuff, you know, I have to deal with mentally. I have to just take myself to a whole new place. And I think that's why I have kind of become small, kind of like a germaphobe when it comes to going into other people's, because, you know, I eat in my car and things like that. So I'm always wearing gloves. I'm always changing. I'm always putting alcohol, you know, just like almost an overkill. And my kids would be like, Mom, you need to, you know, you shouldn't put those germicide on your hands so much, because, you know, you really should build up an immunity to other things. You know, doing that, you kind of decrease your immune system, you know, but I don't care. After seeing that, it makes you kind of do an overkill. It makes you go to the extreme, because when you go to people's homes and then you feel like the air that you're even breathing has fecal material in it, you know, because they're kicking it up. They have air, you know, ceiling fans going on. And I'm like, what is it that I'm breathing, you know, right now? And it just does something to me mentally. I have a serious issue when I see things that are really quite harmful to your health. I mean, you're not supposed to be inhaling fecal material. There's E. coli and all the kind of bacteria that are really damaging. And it's parasites and that kind of stuff, you know. So you have to be very careful. But I'm like, just please help me, Lord, that as I get older, I'm just aware and I have people that love me, that help me, you know, if I can't do it myself. And because sometimes I see that a lot of elderly patients, you know, they're in these homes by themselves and they just can't do it. You know, they can barely get themselves together during the day, much less try to do something extra like, you know, clean their homes or whatever. And I don't really even worry about them, because a lot of times you can tell they're not nasty. It's just that they can't get the things, you know, they might have a lot of dusting or something to do, or, you know, they might have things that are out that they haven't moved, and that's not a big deal. But when I see young folks coming in and out of the house and things are out of control, that's a culture. You have created a culture of being nasty. It's what you've done, you know? So the kids think it's okay. And, you know, a lot of that stuff, I don't know. Maybe they build up an immune system to it. But, you know, I don't think that, I don't know. Just don't think that my body's that strong to be manning. Or even smelling. I'm sorry. Some of those smells, because some have cats and they let them pee. And, you know, it smells like ammonia. And so it's so strong. And I'll be like, oh, my goodness. Help me. You know, just the time that I'm there, it's overpowering, to say the least. And so in my mind, I'm like, oh, I just hope I never get to this point, because they might not even smell it after a while. And, you know, everybody else does. They don't know that it's so strong that it's almost unbearable. You know, I'm having to mouth breathe, because at a certain point, you know, I'm going to, you know, I just don't want to react in a certain way. So a lot of times I'll go in and I'll be mouth breathing, or I'll just take my mind somewhere else, because, you know, I don't want to get the heebie-jeebies mentally. Just be like, oh my goodness, let me get out of here, you know, type of thing. I'll be still trying to be respectful. So those are some of the things. And then you go to other places and it's so beautiful and nice, and, you know, it's no big deal. I mean, even if it's a little messy, I don't even care about that. You know, I really don't. It's when it crosses the line of being safe for your health, you know, to the point where you feel like adult protective services need to come in, because I think fecal material is not supposed to be just floating around, sitting around the house, you know. So that's when I think something needs to happen here. And then you got grown kids coming in and out. So You know, it's like, what are we doing here? Anyway, you can see how it kind of sits on the hair. It's a little different from the other clay that I use. I really like henna. Henna to me packs the most punch. Henna absolutely to me does the most for my hair. Strengthens my hair more than the other ones does. It to the fact that where I can tell that, you know, after I do a henna treatment, I don't have very much breakage at all. It really is that good of a clay. Ayurvedic. I think they call them Ayurvedics, the clays. Ayurvedic. Sometimes people say Ayurvedics, but I think it's Ayurvedics, however you want to pronounce it. But it is Ayurvedics, period. Will really put your hair on a whole new level when it comes to growth and strengthening, because your hair doesn't break as much. But what I did notice with henna, you have to kind of you have to moisturize it after you put it in. Because if you don't moisturize your hair after henna, it will feel dry, because it feels like it strengthens it so much. It's almost like a protein treatment. So you want to up the moisture the first, especially the first week that you put it in. After the first week, it kind of tapers off a little bit. It's okay, but that first week you want to really moisturize your hair really well. But you're going to notice a difference. It's going to feel stronger. It's going to be more defined. It defines your hair. It returns, like I said, your hair's pH. It balances your pH of your hair. So like if you ever had like a protein overload or even a moisture overload, you do henna, it's going to bring it all back together. It will. But you do want to do a deep conditioner after it. You want to use a shampoo. I normally don't shampoo my hair, but after I use henna, I shampoo my hair just to get it all out, because it will hold on to it. It'll be so drying if you don't get all that henna out. And all of it doesn't come out anyway. So I think that's why it takes a couple of washes. So that's why that first week you want to kind of overdo the moisture, and then the week after that, it's going to hold that moisture nicely, but your hair is going to feel so good. It's going to be so strong, and oh, it's just going to look silky. It'll be more defined. I just love henna. Out of all of them, I say henna is the best, but you can't do henna every week. You only can do maybe henna once a month, you know, and then do the other Ayurvedics following. I'm going to tell you, amla is good. I've done the, what are the other clays? Amla is really good. Sometimes I'll mix the amla with the henna. That's another Ayurvedic that helps your hair grow and strengthens your hair. But Ayurvedic by far is the best hair growth regimen that I've worked with, because of all the benefits that come with it, you know, as far as the strengthening, the conditioning, and the stop of hair falling. Some of them will even stop, I think amla stops your hair from, what is it called? From graying. Stops you from getting gray hairs. And so it has a lot of other benefits. But like I said, they all kind of function and do different things. But each of them are very good. And when I tell you that you'll notice a difference in your hair, than adding some of them other chemical regimens, you know, how they be saying this grows your hair, this does that. And I have to say, out of all of them, the Ayurvedics will put your hair on a whole new level. Whole new level. So we're going to get it done. Doesn't take much for it all to get in either. Yeah, but anyway, the lady, when she called and told them that she wanted me to not wear my gloves, I was happy for her to fire me if she wanted to, because I told them I would absolutely not go anywhere without my gloves. I mean, are you serious? No. You can see this is a little different from all the other clays. It lays, like I said, differently, and the henna kind of stretches your hair a little bit, but it does define it. I love it. And then, like I said, all my grays, it will cover my grays. I kind of ran out a little bit. I think I used too much some of the other areas, because right here, I don't feel like I got it in as good. But I can always put a little conditioner on top of this, and then it will kind of like spread the henna all the way around, pretty much. But I don't think it's necessary. I mean, this is usually the better side of my hair. So whatever little bit that's on there, I think it'll be all right. All right, I have my 2 bags. Oh shoot, did I put any in the back? I think I did, but I'll just do that. I have my shower caps here. What did I do with them? Oh, they're right here. I usually put 2 on my hair just so that I have good coverage. Kind of turn my hair. Let's see how we're going to do this. I think I'll just put it in a ponytail instead of making it too hard. I'll just put a ponytail on top of my hair. Just a loose. Let's take these gloves off. You always want to wear gloves because that henna will jack. Well, you can wash it off, to tell you the truth. But if you leave it on, you know, it can be a little dyeing. But not too bad, because it usually comes right off. Get it off pretty quickly. Do it like that, and then I'm going to put the other one on the other side. Just like so. See, I can't sing. I always wish I had a voice, and I'm the loudest one. I used to be in church. You could hear me. I was the loudest one, okay? Can't hold a note, but I was happy, and the Lord was happy too, okay? Anyway, there we go. I'm going to come back in like 2 hours. I'm going to wash it out, and then we're going to twist it up, okay? All right, I'm back, and I washed my hair, and I deep conditioned with my True deep conditioning mask. And I never really know how long to put those in. I think I might have put it in for about 15 minutes while I was taking a shower, but I don't know. Some people say 3 minutes is all you need. Some say it's 20. Some people leave it in overnight. So if y'all know, let me know, because I really don't know how long to keep those masks in, you know, and how effective it is if you do it longer or less. So I just kind of put it in for like 15 minutes while I was taking a shower, and I rinsed it out. But I did leave in my Mael leave-in conditioner. The deep conditioner I used was True, and then I put my Mael after that, and then now I'm going to be going back to my curl definition that I use, and I'm going to see how it is in my hair. The last time I put it in, it just didn't seem like it act. Let me see, can you see that? I don't know, it seems a little bit of, I don't know if you can get that. Anyway, the curl different, there it goes right there. Yeah, it just seems like it did not take to my hair. I don't know if it was because I wasn't moisturizing my hair like I normally do. And so maybe the lack of moisture affected the way that this sits in my hair, because normally it has my hair just like shiny and popping, and it wasn't doing any of that the last time that I put it in. And so I'm going to gauge and see how it looks after I do it. But anyway, you can kind of see how my hair looks after the henna treatment, and I think it feels lovely, especially the back. It feels better. Oh, it does. I can tell that the henna did what it was supposed to do, and I think it would have even did more if I left it in overnight like I normally do, but this is good enough because I'll do it again next month. Anyway, I'm going to put my hair in sections and I'm going to twist it up. I did put my handy dandy, I put the wild growth in there, and then I put in my olive oil. Olive oil always makes my hair condition really well, and it gives it a nice little shine. So I went back to my olive oil. I hadn't used it in a while, but I said, you know what, I'm going to use it this time. So I'm just going to put my hair in twist. And we're going to see how it goes. Just start here, and I did kind of comb through it in the shower after I had my conditioner in it. Put my conditioner in it and I combed it through, and so kind of detangled it a little bit. And I'm gonna do kind of large because I really don't want to anything defined, because I'm not gonna, it's not like I'm really wearing it, you know, down or anything. So let's go for it. And I always keep my product in the refrigerator. I mean, you know, since I only do it like put it in my hair, I put it in a Ziploc bag, of course. I'm not gonna, you know, contaminate my food, but since I only kind of do my hair like once a month anyway, once every 3 weeks, more so, I do that. But I think I need to go back to every 2 weeks, you know, of washing my hair just to keep it really moisturized, because I think my hair will probably flourish a lot better if I do that than being too lazy, you know. Just because it's twisted up, and it does keep the moisture in when it's twisted, I still think I need to give it a little bit more love. You know, you love your hair, it will love you back. So I'm gonna have to take care of her. I don't want to get too lazy. So I'm gonna take care of her, because I don't want to do her like that. Here's my scissors. I feel like I need to clip some ends here. I did clip them really well last time, so I don't, maybe I'll skip this time. Okay. We're just twisting her up. I got my hair all twisted up and I'm going to let this dry. I think I'm going to let it air dry for a little bit before I go to bed. I'm going to wrap it with my satin cap and then I'm going to lay it down because I am tired. But I think I'm going to watch a couple of my shows first before I go to sleep and let my hair dry out just a little bit. I hate going to bed and my hair is feeling, really wet. So I'm going to let it dry out just a little bit. Remember, I love you and you're beautiful.